about a very pleasant morning. Now I'm here on live to give a clarification on Justice Commons reversal syndrome, which I would say is ridiculous, absurd, immoderate, and preposterous. Just because High Court, he was in the High Court from Justice M.C. Balachandra ICS of the Shingalput Provincial Court of Judicature at Madras, was elevated as officiating judge between 13th August 1945 and 22nd January 1946. For better reason, for better clarification, I would say Common ICS was additional judge. In choosing Common ICS as additional judge, Chief Justice Sir Arthur Lionel Leach gave sufficient advice to Madras Governor Sir Arthur Coke, Common being one of the most suitable judges eligible for elevation. That was on a leave vacancy created by the absence of Arthur Comue Happen, ICS, who had to go on furlough. And on his return from absence of leave, Justice Common had to vacate his post from the High Court. This aspect is generally ridiculed as a reversal syndrome, because Common's reversal is not a single solitary example of its kind. For better edification, a cursory reading of Madras Law Journal would justify instances of similar value. For instance, Cheruvari Krishnan was appointed officiating judge of the High Court preliminarily between July and December 1918, and then he was reverted to Presidency Court of the Small Cause, wherefrom he was elevated. Later, he was again peremptorily elevated to the bench of the High Court in 1921 till his retirement in 1927. So also was Justice Panduranga Rao ICS, elevated to the High Court preliminarily between January and May 1934, and then reverted only to be elevated as permanent judge 2 months hence in July 1934. Again, I would say Diwan Bahadur Churai Kunyaraman, who faced reverted from his preliminary elevation to the High Court bench between July and September 1939 to be conferred permanent judgeship in 1942. But in the instant case of Justice Common ICS, after his preliminary elevation followed by the usual revertal, his permanent judgeship was mired in an embryo of controversy with the then Madras Prime Minister Jayaprakash. Now again, I would say, literary cameos of the legalistic snarl who do not have even a nodding understanding of elevation to the Chartered High Court's norm and practice equate this precedence with collegium procedure followed in post-colonial India. This is gross error. In October 1945, when the then Chief Justice wrote to the executive for Judge Common's elevation as a permanent judge of the High Court, that request was rejected ab initio. I would say, when Justice Shahabuddin ICS relinquished his service in October 1947 and opted for citizenship in the newly formed state of Pakistan, there arose a vacancy which normally had to be filled by Justice Common. Instead, Pundi Rajagopal ICS was elevated in preference to Judge Common ICS, despite repeated requests by Chief Justice Sir Frederick William General, proposing Judge Common for permanent judgeship at the High Court. Now I say former Solicitor General Parasara Iyengar, writing in 100th birth anniversary of the Madras High Court, says when the particulars, he would say, the particulars of the controversy no longer concerns us, as they have been engulfed by more serious concern, even subsequently. So also, former judge of the Madras High Court, K. Kannan, would say, both of them, like Justice Parasara Iyengar, former Solicitor General Parasara Iyengar, and Judge Kannan would give us a paragon of description on this reverted syndrome. And the latter would say, anyway, now if you were to go through Madras Law Weekly for 1948, the editor terms the resignation of Sir Frederick William General as bearing all the appearance of some sort of service on principle. I repeat, bearing all the appearance of some sort of sacrifice on principle, because he considers he resigned from his office as a mark of protest against what he considered to be an incursion by the executive into the prerogatives and power of the Chief Justice. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
ഞാൻ